Fantasy football is a big deal, and it will command your attention all season. But before that starts, we'll have football fantasy, the part where you lie to yourself about how well your team is going to do. And with the NFL season underway, football fantasy is in full swing. Before anyone's heart gets tap danced on, here's a Bomani and Jones shout out to all you football fantasy players. It would not shock me if this was the season that killed Hard Knocks, because they couldn't find anybody to take it. And then they got on, right? And all it did was point out everyone's ineptitude. It pointed out the coach looks inept, the general manager looks inept, the personnel looks inept. Who doesn't look inept? The Cowboys fans over 21, who can legally drink themselves back to the days they were good enough for all this attention. The Redskins fans who laugh at Cowboys fans until they remember the Cowboys have won 3 since the Skins won their last Super Bowl. Like, people say what you want about the Cowboys fans, they're in it. Like, they are dedicated to that team, which makes it funnier and funnier every year, because the same people say they're giving up, they come right back. My barber said he was giving up on the Redskins. The guy at the barbershop said he was giving up on the Redskins. I showed up there the other day. He had a framed picture of Brandon Banks, of all people. The Eagles fans and Michael Vick fantasy owners who expect 16 games out of number 7.
Wait, did you?
Yes. Michael Smith did it. He did my fantasy draft for me. But, dude, you know what happens? All it's going to take is one game with like 130 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. That's all it is. You can't, if you see that in the draft, you just can't pass it up. But I got a backup. I got Russell Wilson. Because, hey, if Michael Vick can't stay healthy, we'll go to another 5'11" quarterback that runs around. The Jets fans who somehow think their football team will treat them better than the Mets did this summer. The Chargers fans who want a Super Bowl or a new coach, knowing damn well they won't get either one. They can't win, but they always win just enough that they bring Norv back. Tell you this about Phillip Rivers, you better hurry up and get something done, man. He got 6 kids, Jack. Let me tell you something, out of those 6, at least one of them thinks he's a loser. Kids are aware. Kids watch TV, kids consume media, and kids know that out here in the streets, they call a daddy a loser. They know daddy, they're like, yo, daddy, why can't you bring home the big one? Everyone mentioning Jake Locker and potential in the same sentence, including those who have done so since 2006. I'm over it. I'm not saying that he can't be good. I'm saying that I am personally over it. I'm not going to be sitting here waiting. When it happens, I want to be just as surprised as everybody else. I don't need to say I knew it was coming. I didn't know it was coming because I thought it was coming, and the shit still ain't here. The Falcons fans who somehow think the Falcons ever stop being the Falcons. The Saints fans who think Sean Payton's the best coach ever, but that they don't really need him this year. All I'm saying is this: Sean Payton makes $7 million. And if they can do without a dude that makes $7 million, trust me, they would have by now. Of that, you may rest assured. Like, that's one thing I don't think anybody talk about. Let the Saints come out here and go 13-3. We'll be looking at Sean Payton like, apparently all we need is a picture of you. That's all. This is good enough. This big old banner on the wall. All we needed from you was do your job. Well, we got that, Sean. The Lions fans who somehow think that whole team with the same coach is going to stop playing like they're stupid all at one time. They got one or two things that's going on. Either they drafted a bunch of rockheads, or there's something about their program that makes dudes into rockheads. Either way it goes, you ain't about to change them all at one time. We got to stop making those stupid penalties. Yeah, you're right, but what do? Just decide to stop? You could have done that last year. I mean, it's been 15 yards for how long now, right? The Rams fans excited about having one of the best coaches in the league, not realizing that's actually Jeff Fisher. 18 years, he's been in the playoffs 6 times. That's not a lot. It's not a lot. Let me tell you something. Once you make a decision on a mustache or anything follicular in the way that Jeff Fisher has, you got to ride that all the way out. Like, in fact, right now, Jeff Fisher is sitting in his office throwing darts at a picture of Shahid Khan, the new owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. You think you got a mustache, huh? Okay. Dream all while the dreaming's good, because once the games start, it'll be a lot harder to fool yourself.
Because you got Mr. Glass, Beanie Wells. He's never been healthy.
Right.
You've got no offensive line, no quarterback. Larry Fitzgerald.
Your defensive coordinator has cornrows. Let us not forget that. Ray Horton, defensive coordinator, got cornrows. Now look, I'm gonna just tell you this right now. I think the league needs to do something to improve diversity amongst the coaching ranks. But whoever says I'm not giving Ray Horton an interview because he's 50 years old with cornrows has nothing to explain to me. That's just how that works. I had to cut my cornrows when I was 21 to get a job. This cat's like, so, what is he, single? Has nobody talked to him about this?